Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit leagues. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the focus is on Patrick Queen. He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the Steelers and the Colts, and it's all up next.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard, and we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football, not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Both teams sitting at 1-2 coming into this one. Somebody's going to get back to 500 here in week 4 as away we go. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out, a fourth-year quarterback and capable dual-threat producer from Ohio State's Justin Fields.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown-to-interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It can lead to an awful lot of L's.
Second and 3 now. Fields out of the gun. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And they had that one contained right at the line. Kwity Paye there to take him down. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This is Harris on second down. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap to Fields. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick, who unfortunately had that rookie season cut short at just 4 games. Good to have him back from Florida, Anthony Richardson.
Well, injury, it robbed all of us, Kate, and I mean all of us, from watching the development of Anthony Richardson. Such an unbelievable, unique skill set. As big and strong as any quarterback in this league. And if he took last year's experience of watching Gardner Minshew, just watching a pro go to work, if he took that experience with his skill set, well, the sky is the limit.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Pass play now. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll try and throw it here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw Fields. He'll get this to Jefferson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second down here, another give to Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers break the tie here in the 1st. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Colts with their offense out, their 2nd drive coming up. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 4th and short. The Colts ready for the punt. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. First down throw for Fields. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now it's Fields. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And he gets him around 6 there. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A pistol snap. Fields. He puts some air under this one. Deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Harris is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow their early lead to 13. Najee Harris, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Throwing from the gun here. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They go play action here. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running behind center with Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Caught by Freiermuth. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Fields. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. He's got it on the bootleg. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
He completes it in traffic. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Another throw for Fields. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Dicker connects there. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass, here's 2nd down. They're going play action. Over to Pittman on the sideline, caught. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Trying to get it with the option. And he'll get it up to the 44. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They'll run another option to the right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Gets this to Woods. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 20-3 our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now an inside handoff to Harris. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Julian Blackman. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fields out of the gun. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he's gonna get it out past the 40 before he goes out. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Colts ready to take the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Play action on 1st down. He beams one deep right side. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll throw it. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 4th and long. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. New set of downs for him from the 46. Fields on 1st down. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Fields. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Spins out of one stop. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They are throwing it again. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. 16 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They give now to Najee. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. Looking to throw Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Steelers could push this to a 4-score game as they take a 23-point lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts offense set to head out. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one finds Josh Downs. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing now, off play action. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Play action, Fields. This finds Austin complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Steelers 1st down. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fields looking to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They're now set for 1st and 10. Fields throwing here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Fields to throw it. Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. He's got it! And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Dicker connects there. And that grows the lead to 27.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They've got first down from the 31. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his man, Downs. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Option give to Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He finds Woods. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. First down throw for Fields. Catch made by Austin. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Najee takes this one. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fields out of the gun. Caught by Freiermuth. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's 16 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Got Washington, it's complete. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Steelers looking for a score before halftime. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another throw for Fields. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Fields. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll throw it again. He's on the move. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Colts offense getting one final possession here in the half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Taylor makes the catch. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. Here's 2nd and 2. On target to Downs. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Up and good from Fairbairn. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin at Bank of America Stadium. Cincinnati in town to take on Carolina. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And that one all tied. We got a fine first half out of the former Alabama man, Najee Harris. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Indianapolis getting its offense out there to start off this second half. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Now after the incomplete pass, we've got someone shaken up and in need of some medical attention. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Now a toss play, Taylor. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to get it with the option here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Steelers first down. They go with Harris on the run. He'll cobble together a yard there. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Fields looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 give to Harris. And there was really nowhere to go there. Just a small push to the 37. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Here's Fields to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
2nd down and 10, Fields. That's Jefferson, he's got it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They send the tight end in motion. Fields on 3rd. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack. Well, when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Gets this to Woods. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That one gains 7. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. They go again with Taylor. Oh, he lost the football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. Along the right sideline, there's space. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Steelers capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. A great return out of him, makes a great play into one of our game's biggest highlights with that touchdown.
Yeah, some serious running back skills right there for a linebacker who doesn't get too many chances to show out like that. The only time we normally see him at top speed, Kate, is when he's running down a ball carrier.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Takes off right out of the read option. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Got a man, Uzama has it. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Taylor can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come. Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They're going to look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts lower the deficit they face. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Colts take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, here's Fields. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Targeting the sideline, and Freiermuth has it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 4. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Going right side, Harris with it. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Fields out of the gun. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Completed here to Pickens. And he'll be brought down at about the 29.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Austin's there to haul it in. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Colt as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running left is Harris. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Steelers can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Najee Harris, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker, and now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he elects not to bring this one out, so no run back, and we'll pick things up from the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Looking to the air here. On target to his man Taylor. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Colts. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He completes it in traffic. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 48. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Taylor again. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Colts have it to start the 4th, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. They've got 1st down from the 31. This time it's a passing play. This one finds Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Tick, fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it! Someone punched it out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Hey, listen, inside the 5-yard line, that ball needs to be welded to your body at times. Under no circumstances can it come free. Whether someone puts a helmet on it or not, and there's players ripping at it from both sides.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Harris once more. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Shotgun snap to Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Steelers set to punt it. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And that is how you pin a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And while we watch these replays from the booth, partner, he's probably remembering these plays from the coach's doghouse, you think? Yeah, coughed up the football multiple times, turned it over. We'll see if they continue giving it to him or if they call it a game for him at this point. Taylor now up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Pass play coming here. Hauled in by Downs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Got a man. It's Thomas. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 37. Finds his man, Downs. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. They'll come up 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2nd and 10 now. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They're throwing it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and take an option left side. And he takes this down close, up to the 3. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. A run here with Taylor. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Running with Taylor. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain, maybe just a couple of inches on the run. That brings up 4th and goal.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Less than a yard, all that's needed on 4th and goal. They're going Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Hill now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Running behind center with Harris. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Steelers nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Najee takes this one. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They give now to Najee. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Indy.